What's going on, everyone? This is HydroxideAnt, and welcome to another episode of Background Noise, where our recording seems to be working perfectly.
My God.
What an interesting change of events. So, we have a bunch of interesting individuals on tonight's show. We have Brecken.
What?
How are you, Brecken?
I'm okay. My tummy hurts.
That's because you scoffed down a lot of food, or you didn't need to.
It was my hubris. I know.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I ate fast too, but I eat fast. So,
That's fair.
Did you see me eating fast, and is that why you ate fast? Or were you just eating fast?
You said we needed to get upstairs.
Oh, well, because I just needed to set my laptop up.
Yeah, no, it became like a gauntlet at that point.
Oh, okay. It became like, what is a triathlon? Yeah, but it's like running upstairs, setting up a laptop, and eating dinner. That's like the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have Warlock's friend in Twitch chat.
Warlock's friend.
Yeah. I do apologize, Awoken, but I want to say your name was like Austin or something. I have met so many online people in my life that it's hard to remember first names. Sometimes, did I get that right? Wow. What a man. He's even shocked. But let me continue with our... You were thinking I knew that? Yeah. Sometimes my memory works. Other times it's like a radio that's in a different language. It's also out of focus. So, anyways, I'm going to continue with our sweet introductions. We got Kyle on tonight's show.
Hi, I am here.
Oh, hi, Kyle. How are you, Kyle?
I am great.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're in your new place, too, anyway, so probably...
Exactly.
Did your, did the other person ever move in?
Anime today. Like, it was great. No.
No? Are they?
I didn't. Oh, maybe.
Wait, so how many bedrooms is it?
3. 7.
So, like, can you just, like, change your bedroom according to mood? Like, you sleep in one, then...
But I already have the best one, so...
Yeah, he took...
But it's like, sometimes variety...
Variety's important.
I have a full ensuite.
You can, like, decorate them all different.
The Brecken, I have a full ensuite.
He really does, and the best part of the house tour was him waving every mirror, probably.
No, that was fantastic. But
2 mirrors, okay? There was one in the first bathroom and then one in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying he can do these things.
He could. Theoretically speaking, if Kyle... You gotta also understand there's another factor that you're not considering.
Yes.
This is Kyle.
I'm very lazy.
Kyle... God, Kyle does not... Kyle probably didn't even want to set up his bedroom.
Nice. No,
I
okay.
didn't set up a bedroom.
See?
We just put everything together. It was great. Yeah. Wow.
Kyle doesn't want to set up
I had,
2
like,
other
put on my
bedrooms.
computer, and that was like enough work for me.
He's like, do I really need anything else?
Like, actually, yeah, I think, yeah, Dad had to drill my desk together because, like, yeah, I thought off part of it. Anyway, the way it works.
Nice.
So it's like 2 separate desks, but they're kind of like, they're mega desk right now. Yeah.
Ooh, mega desk.
They drilled
See,
those
like...
together, and then, yeah, all I did was put it on my computer.
My favorite band, Megadesk.
See, like, that's... I was picturing basically an Optimus Prime desk. Oh, thank you for the bits, Awoken. I appreciate it. But I was picturing, like, you know how, like, Optimus Prime's a truck?
Yeah.
It's just a desk, but then when Kyle leaves, it's a robot that fights crime.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, it's a good idea, right? No? Okay, anyways, we have Nathan
Oh
on
my
tonight's
God.
show. So hi, Nathan.
Howdy.
Howdy. It's howdy time.
It's always howdy time.
So, like...
It's howdy time somewhere.
I don't know why when you say that I picture McCree.
A little bit.
Like, so I'm just picturing Nathan's face on McCree.
See, I picture it's like you think it's gonna be McCree, but then he lifts his hat and it's actually Woody.
Oh, stop.
Oh, God, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
You're my favorite deputy.
There's a snake in my boot. What else does he say? Those are really it.
Reach for the sky.
Yeah, there you go.
You see?
Yeah.
He's already doing it.
Somebody's poisoned the water.
Okay, someone is pulling the string on Nathan's
Yeah,
back right now. Oh man, that's really funny. But yeah, no, we got it. I still think it's super funny that within like I think a week span of each other, Kyle and you and Nathan both moved into like new places.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the odds of that seem like they'd be so low, right? Like
My new house is also super cool, and I love it very much.
Yay.
how's the room set up? Are you still sharing like a room with your siblings?
Yeah, but I swapped with, cause I used to be sharing a room with my younger brother,
Yeah.
but now I'm sharing it with my older brother.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Is that an
That's-
upgrade?
Yes, very
Nice.
much so. Because I get his, like, gigantic TV that runs in 4K.
Yeah.
All of his consoles, which includes, but is not limited to, a PS4, a Switch, and an Xbone,
Ooh, the
as they are
X-Bone.
referred to.
Yeah, so I feel like he won, is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
God.
It was like the Hunger Games of sibling selection, and it went the best it could have went.
The odds were even in my favor.
See?
I'm just like picturing like the little brother being like, "Oh, man, I got this cool fuck."
I have an extra sketch. See?
I don't think he knows what an Etch-a-Sketch is.
Yes.
Shit.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, there's probably the last like generation of like people that are like 10 or younger probably don't even know what that is.
Actually, no, he's seen Toy Story. He might
Okay.
not know the name for it, but he probably
Yeah.
knows what it is.
It's like, oh, the thing from Toy Story. I'd be like, we played with those as kids. I didn't actually do a whole lot. I just made lions, but like, I'm sure other people used that stuff to its full ability.
I could make really like odd looking roses.
Okay, because they all had to be like squares.
No, I
Didn't
make if you turn it just so you can make curves.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
that.
if you turn both the knobs at the same time.
It's blew my mind, and I'm 23.
Like I could do it. The end result though was like shoddy looking roses and me like furiously twisting knobs for like 3 hours. So
My favorite thing was when you shook it. You could hear the sand, but also your drawing would disappear.
Yeah.
that was my least favorite part.
I just like the sound of it.
I would get excited, pick it up to show mom or dad, and
Aww.
then, yeah.
Oh no.
Mhm. There it would go. And then I just looked like a liar.
I spent 3 hours doing this. Sure you did, honey.
It's like she can't even show us a bad drawing. There's just nothing here.
Oh, cool. Awoken hits his 18th birthday on the 5th. So August... Oh, 8th. Sorry. Wow. Reading is hard, guys.
Tony?
Yeah, it's been a rough few days. No, but 18 on the 8th. Nice. It's August 8th, I assume, because the 8th just passed recently. So that's to be the next one. Could really be any 8th, right? Oh, it's done past, so it was July 8th.
So wait, does that mean Warlock's like also turning or is 18? 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to live with that one.
Yeah, he said yeah.
What the heck?
Dude, what? Oh, 17, he said.
17.
But
Huh?
still, Warlock was supposed to be a 12-year-old forever.
That's only a year younger than I am. What?
Wait, that doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. I thought he was like a couple years old or younger
Forgetting
than
that
I was.
Nathan is, like, younger. And every time I hear it, I'm like, what?
What do you mean, Nathan's 25?
I mean, I believe it.
He's so young.
Well, in comparison, Nathan is younger than us. Compared to Kyle, he
He's
is...
16. Everyone's a child. Okay.
Yeah. Because Kyle, you're
28.
28. Yeah, I was gonna say 28, but like I didn't want to say it because if I was wrong,
Wait, you get slapped?
yeah, I'm like virtually scalded by Kyle.
Why?
I don't know. You know, some people
I
are
feel
weird
like
with
I guess,
age. You know, and like, cause and Nathan's 18, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See that one.
Perfect is legal now. Awesome. I mean, what?
I'm pretty sure you made that joke like in January when it was his birthday.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You okay? You okay? You okay?
Bruce. Hey!
What you doing? Doggy boy shake.
What are you shaking those ears for?
Oh, he's just staring now.
Just being weird.
Welcome to the weird. We're on the podcast, my love, so this is where you be weird. So you did the right thing.
Why don't you lay down, bud?
He was laying down, but then he started shaking.
Why don't you go to your bed? Yeah.
Aw, now he looks dejected.
Yep. Take a nap.
This poor dog.
He's a big baby.
Well, he is a big baby.
He's
He's basically a child.
I mean.
Max is the same way.
Aw.
Did you just sneak out of bed?
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Well, maybe he's more comfy over there. Well, he went to bed like you told him to. You didn't tell him he wasn't allowed any
Fucking
secondary
stay.
locations.
Yeah, no, this is like every fucking night when I'm just like, can you stay in one place so I don't trip over you going to the bathroom? And it happens.
Oh, man. But it is weird to think, like, how old everyone is now, because Chance is 20, I think?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So, like, that also means, like, Derek's 20. Anyone of that, like, age group is 20. Because, like, sometimes I forget that I'm the same age as, like, Chris and I think Sheldon.
Yes.
I forget that we're actually the same age. Because age is, like, something I do forget about online quite often. Because it's just, like, you be gaming. Unless it is, like, a 5-year-old talking to the microphone. Like, it's normally not something... Or, like, an 85-year-old, I guess, too. Like, on either side of that spectrum, it's not something you really notice. At least me. I don't know if everyone else is like that.
Honestly, like, most people to me just sound like ballpark 20.
Yeah, no, that's...
Just, like,
I
can't
get
tell
that.
the difference.
Yeah.
Just absolutely can't.
Yeah. Didn't you know Kyle was actually just 17?
Oh. That's... Oh.
Okay, Kyle doesn't want to go back to 17 is what that noise means.
I mean, I could. I'm too lazy now.
Yeah,
Be
see,
17
yeah.
again. Fuck, that was a lot of work.
Gonna pull a Zac Efron.
Oh,
Uh,
what is that movie called?
17 again.
17 again. There we go. That makes sense. As we said, 17.
there's a lot of effort, you know.
So after intensive research and digging up as many files as he could, Awoken has come up with not knowing how old Warlock is because he couldn't find it.
Okay.
You know, that's fair. I could have sworn that, like, Nathan, you had, like... I thought you had, like, 3 years on him, to be completely honest.
Couldn't tell you. I thought it was at least like 2.
Yeah. Well, he's in trouble right now, is what I heard. That stinks. I hope he's doing well. He's a very sweet boy. He was always...
Does in trouble mean like he doesn't have his phone so he can't respond, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it could really mean anything. He went through some stuff too. Well, unfortunately, life can be like that sometimes. But I'm hoping he's staying strong. He was even at a young age. He was very strong in personality, so he's he'll be fine. Split up? Do you mean like him and his friend gal split up? Split up? I said spread up.
Yeah.
You know,
I wasn't
those
gonna
are
say anything.
They spread out.
spread out. Well, if you talk to him, obviously we feel sorry that happened. But you know, especially since he's a bit younger, like it'll be hard at the beginning, but he'll find someone better. 100%. Yeah, everyone else agrees with me. See, that silence.
Yeah.
That silence means I'm right. You know. Oh man, I do miss Warlock too. I haven't heard from him in a very long time, actually. Well, it's because like I don't really like, even though like, does he come on for any like the Dillman stuff?
I think he might have been on once, but I can't quite remember.
Okay, because
I'm leaning towards no.
Okay.
But he might have been on.
Because I haven't really been going on for like the like once a week Dillman stuff.
I know.
So I'm like, if he's been there, I wouldn't know. He was just not one date. Yeah. No, that they ended in good terms. That's as good as that can end, I guess, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
If it was like a mutual thing, good times. That, especially, like just from being younger, most of those relationships do not end in good terms.
So unnecessary.
Right. Oh, you guys are going out to do something in August. Nice. I hope you guys have like a good old fun time. You know. Just, I don't even know what like kids, like younger people do these days.
What's the kids
Like,
these days?
yeah, because like, you know, I'm a bit older now, so I just.
Well, you know, we still go to the rollerbladings and stuff like that. You know, the arcade and.
All right, the arcade I can relate with. Rollerblading I went twice and it didn't go well.
You kids still into them hopscotch?
Well,
When
yeah.
I was in elementary school, yes.
I was just saying with Kyle, yes. Yeah, that's good that Warlock's a smart kid. As long as he doesn't go by Warlock and in person.
Warlocks aren't inherently evil.
No, I'm just saying that like people might give like
People
like
don't think he's Charlie Sheen.
oh, fair. I was gonna say just give him like a little like to cock their head a little bit when he's introducing himself to people. It's like, what? Your name's Warlock? Okay. Your parents really into like D&D? Like
No,
Warlock
World of
sucks.
Warcraft.
oh, World of Warcraft. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. A little better.
He went to. He's at college. Like he skipped. He skipped 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. What?
What?
Excuse me?
Who did that in history? Was that MLK Jr.?
I don't even know. That's actually like super smart if you can skip 10th, 11th, and 12th and go to college.
Yeah, no, that's spooks.
That's nuts. Maybe not 10th, but skipping any grades ever is like... There were two kids when I was in elementary school, I think, that went from like... I don't know, like say they went from 3rd to 4th, like, or 2nd to 3rd without going. So like they could skip a grade. I was like, wow, they're so smart. Like, I can't imagine skipping multiple grades. Like,
I came from Hicksville, so no.
so if anything, people did
No one did
the
that.
same grade multiple times.
Correct.
Yeah. I remember also having those as well. Oh, he's doing coding. Very demanding. But
My older brother had to do kindergarten twice.
who did?
My older brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was just a super
We wouldn't
kindergartner,
share his
Kyle.
blocks. We wouldn't share his blocks. They held him back. I'm joking. They sent him too early, so they held him back a year anyway. Well, they thought they sent him too early, but my parents were just stupid. So,
Aw.
because his birthday's late, so they didn't know when he was actually supposed to go.
That makes
They
sense.
sent him on the right year, but they thought it was the wrong year, so they held him back, and then, yeah.
Aww.
Oh my
Then
No.
realized, oh wait, that was the right, whatever, it's fine.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's like, oh, so we accidentally held you back, basically. It's like
Yeah.
Guys?
So we thought we fucked up, so we fucked up again, and now we're just committed.
so we tried to unfucking or fuck up, but we really just fucked it up even more. So
Correct. Yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, well, I hope you enjoy being the oldest person in your grade.
Yeah. Not even by that much. By like a couple months.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple months isn't bad.
Yeah.
Like I remember actually in high school, I remember a kid getting kicked out of the school because he turned 21.
Oh.
Why was he
Oh.
21 in high school?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Oh.
And I knew another kid who was super on the verge of getting kicked out too, because he was a what we like to call in as like at least I coined it, the super duper senior, meaning it was his 6th year of high school.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
He refused to get dressed for gym class.
Why?
He was lazy.
He preferred to be naked, or he just didn't want to do
No, he wouldn't like change out of his normal clothes.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and he failed gym like every semester. Like he was like a air quotes like senior taking freshman gym class.
But you need 4 of them.
Yes.
At what point does like the protest stop just doing it for you?
Like I don't know. I don't even know when he finished. Did he finish?
My school actually only needed 2 years of physical education.
Mine was 3, and then the 4th year you had to take something similar.
For
like one of
my
the
high school, you had to
classes.
do it every year.
Yep, ours too.
Maybe that's just like a state thing. Oh, is that Mark? Is that Marky Mark the shark up there? I'm gonna kidnap this boy.
Hey,
Sorry, I told you could do either.
I literally just poked you.
I was gonna say, like, I saw you appear up there, and I'm like, oh, is that
Mark?
Marky Mark? Oh, I'm gonna take that boy.
It's Marky Mark. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi,
Mark.
guys.
Hi, Mark.
Does that make us the Funky Bunch?
Yeah,
Of
we're
course it
his
does.
funky bunch. Yeah.
I just picked up some alcohol.
Oh.
So we
We're
are
the
definitely the
funky
funky bunch.
Yeah.
Getting lit.
No, but sipping on a beer. That's fine.
This is a nice casual time.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have work tonight. I was probably just gonna get like a little tipsy and play some video games, and that's about it.
Some
Aw.
video games.
Some video games.
I was actually mentioned you before because they were talking about the League of Legends auto chess,
Oh yeah.
and I remember you like I think just like the other day told me that like you were playing.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's casual. Nice.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of it.
Well, I'm like, of all the league games, it's the only one I don't really need to concentrate on to do well, or to have a good time. So
So
it's
fucking
like,
nice MMR, bud. Okay.
what?
It's a nice MMR, bud. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, wow, thanks. I know I suck, okay? Like, calm down.
So
Jesus.
here's the classic. That's toxic. All right, we're good.
No, like, auto chess, for the most part, it's like, it requires, like, I don't know, what, 20% of your attention, maybe?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can just actually talk to people while you're playing.
You only need to pay attention on some rounds.
Yeah.
The other ones you're just saving, so it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care who wins, like, whatever.
Or, like, you just, at the beginning of each round, you just check to see, oh, what's for sale on the champ list? Do I need any of those? Nope. Okay, moving on.
Is it around that I'm rolling? Is it around the mini round? Okay, fuck it.
Oh man.
I also figured out how to use OBS, because, was it Bose wanted to see me play Payday, because he didn't know what he was doing. So, I can get it to not kill my computer if I run it at 720p at 30 FPS.
Nice.
then my CPU's running just under 100%.
It's at a solid 99 right now. It's doing fine.
Yeah, actually though.
No, I'm saving up this summer to get like a nice laptop, like because I'm going off to school.
Okay, I was gonna say, or hear me out, get a nice desktop.
Yeah,
Laptop
I'm
might
going off to
be
school,
easier
I'll need it
because
for
you'd
both,
use it for
like-
class too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost got a very nice laptop. Like I'm looking around $800 probably.
What you gonna take in school?
Computer science.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Computer
need a
sounds
nice
beneficial
laptop,
for that.
Like,
Not particularly, yeah. Depends on your school, I guess, though.
no, I want a nice laptop for the games. The portability is the only reason why.
He has his priorities in the right place.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I don't need like a super nice laptop to run programs. I just need something I can bring to class and run programs on. It's just I also want to be able to play video games.
So we got fucking having to run our VMs locally. Like, we
Really.
could have done them in lab, but like, it was just way better to do them on your laptop. So we'd have to have like a bunch running at once. Sometimes it's very expensive and a little shitty in the hard drive.
Good news is, so Tony, I am going to Jersey City,
Mhm.
but guess what? Other school got back to me saying I was accepted.
Where?
NJIT.
Oh, really?
Whoa!
Yeah. NJIT was like, hey, like, welcome, and I'm like, too late.
Oof.
Yeah, it took way too long.
Yeah.
But it's fine because like, Jersey City is like $10,000 cheaper a year.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, like okay, Jersey City, for both tuition and housing is the same price as NJIT's tuition.
Damn.
So it's like I get housing and tuition for the same price. It's just
Yeah, also nothing fun.
NJIT's
Nothing wrong with having some
tuition.
fun though. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be
especially
roughly,
during
like,
the high school
$10,000
years.
to $12,000 a year.
Microphone
cheaper.
activated.
Fine by me.
hey,
That's
saving
nice.
money is saving money.
Yeah, but it was nice to know. Like, if I ever do go for my masters, I could get into NJIT.
Yeah, that's honestly really good to know. So
Yeah, so we're good.
solid. One solid man.
One solid man.
Yeah. One man solid. I'm out of ways to say it. No. Man one solid. Did I say that one already? Man solid one? That's it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
solid man one.
He's done it.
One
Absolute mad lad.
One solid man, he felt solid.
Yes. Oh, so fair warning: don't go see that movie Midsummer. It's disturbing.
It looks
Like,
like
actually, no, God. I'm like traumatized from that movie. It wasn't like I'm good with a lot of types of horror, but that was just weird and disturbing. It wasn't even horror. Like, they didn't really show anyone die on screen. It wasn't scary. It was just disturbing.
Oh man.
it sounds like H.P. Lovecraft if H.P. Lovecraft could actually write books.
Oh man.
No, I mean,
get him.
Microphone
Austin
muted.
it's
aka
rated
the
R, and
maddest of
part
the
of that
lads.
is like nudity.
Microphone activated.
To the point,
Yeah, but like,
it's so weird. You don't want to see it. Okay, I'm serious. Like, it's not even the good type of nudity. It was just fucking like creepy and disturbing.
The best
I
kind.
should say yeah, but
Stop.
No, no, no.
No. Most of them are not hot. No. I was remembering that scene in It. This weird girl in the painting followed me. Was she hot? No, Ricky, she's not hot. Yeah, no, it was just disturbing. Like,
That's bad,
it's
man.
creepy. I don't want to think about it.
Well, please explain. Elaborate.
By all
I mean,
means,
look,
think about it.
If you guys aren't going to go see it, I will go into
I'd like to go see
detail.
it.
I will not see it. I'm a giant but bitch. Yeah.
I mean, it's not scary.
Honestly,
You're just
I'm such a pussy.
So,
it's not scary. You're just gonna be mind fucked. For a
chat
while.
asked a question to see if any of you horror movie watchers know what movie he's referring to. Yes, what is the horror movie that talks about their dad being a serial killer, but they track down a copycat of the father? Does anyone know what that is?
I have no idea. What you're talking about.
No,
I don't watch horror movies, so I'm zero help here.
It's been a while.
I watch a lot of horror movies. I only saw Midsummer yesterday because, funnily enough, yesterday was sold out. So I was already at the movie theater, and it's like, what else starts at 7 o'clock? Midsummer. Okay.
You don't
The trailer looks
tickets?
interesting.
You
God,
did it, like,
it's just unnerving. So Nathan, did you say you were going to go see it?
I'd like to.
Okay, that
Alright,
won't
so I
go
would
into
say
detail.
officially
That
avoid
won't disturb.
spoilers then.
Yes.
I'll just plug my ears.
No, we
Um,
can just in case no one watches it. The movie
Yeah, well,
No.
for
the
like
thing about
my
saying,
general
my ears-
rules for movies, even no matter how shit they are, if they just came out, we should wait to.
Yeah. No,
Spoil
all
them.
I'm gonna say is like, it's
Can you ruin it for anyone?
disturbing. Like more than anything, it just made me feel like weird and like. I mean, to the point where I drove home in silence because I couldn't listen to music.
Oh,
Because I'm like, it's so weird.
well, now
that
I'm
just like,
intrigued.
no, it's not a good weird. I mean, like, it's the bad weird. Like, I'm sitting in the movie theater thinking, why the fuck did I buy tickets for this?
hell yeah.
No, it's not. Hell yeah.
See, saying don't watch something is
and-
just like the ultimate.
Okay, this isn't going to be spoiler because
like
I'm not
us.
going to put any names, but I was really pissed off because there's one character that you hate right at the beginning, and we don't see him die. He's a background death. Where he just
one of them-
disappears, and
one of
then
those
they show
off-screen
his dead
deaths.
body later. And that's it. And I'm like, I wanted this guy to die brutally, and I wanted to see it.
That's unfortunate.
And his name... No, I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to spoil which character it
It's
is.
John Cena.
All I'm gonna say is they get hot on shrooms a lot in that movie.
I think that's an allegory for the writer of the movie being high in shrooms.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's literally like a big part of the creepiness is just like the main character's on drugs and people's faces just don't look quite right because they like they go in and like CGI like alter people's faces while they're high. So it's like one person's eye will be slightly bigger than the other, and their face will look just a little twisted, and like that's most of like where the creepiness comes in, is that the main character's always high and everyone's faces just look off when they're high.
Like, why does he keep doing these shrooms then?
Yeah, I'm just like, shrooms are nice.
But like, if like they do that,
Oh, why would you do it again?
yeah.
Well, okay, a big part of the movie is like they're researching like cultures, and this is a very like close-knit Swedish community, and they're like, and it's like their midsummer party, which is hence why it's called Midsummer. And it's just like, oh, it's just part of the festivities is that they pretty much make like a mushroom tea. That's pretty much what they do. It's shroom tea,
Yeah, it's pretty common.
and it's just like that's just what they drink at most of their meals, and it's kind of like it'd be kind of rude to like not join in on the festivities when like a couple of the characters are anthropology majors, and that's why they're like at this summer getaway because one of their friends is from Sweden and he invites them to his community. It's like, hey, like we do this party every summer. It's like you guys should come, especially because like one of you wants to do your thesis on like kind of sheltered communities.
Oh, so you're
Because-
saying college is the reason why this movie's bad?
Yes, college is the reason why this movie's bad. Yeah, it's just really disturbing. I don't recommend it. If you want to go see it anyway, be my guest, just so that you can be equally as fucked up as my mind is now.
Fair.
Just say I never want to go to Sweden. Like, ever.
Aw.
I love how that's the takeaway. It's like, it's not
Yeah,
don't
that's
do
not-
drugs. It's like, no,
Don't-
fuck Sweden.
Yeah, not go to Sweden, man.
Remember Human Centipede? Was that around there? So yeah.
My
I mean,
God.
now I
mean-
realize I don't want to go to Sweden. No, it's just like, what I expected the movie to be wasn't really what it was. God. They just made the entire movie to be, like, unnerving, and then, like, I mean, the climax of the movie was literally, like, it just got so weird. Oh my God, I don't know, like, I can't say what's weird about it without spoiling it, so I'm not gonna say it, but, like, it's just so weird.
Oh, man.
And, like, this is the same guy who did, like, Hereditary. There's the same, like, director. And I'm like, oh, like, that's cool. Hereditary was creepy, but it wasn't disturbing like this one was. And that's kind of what I was expecting. I'm like, I'm expecting it to be creepy. I'm not expecting for me to, like, just be so mind-fucked that I can't sleep at night.
Wow. So, like,
God, the eye contact was so unnerving, and next thing you'll know what I mean when you see it. There's one character who just makes such unnerving eye contact at all times. Like, that unblinking, unflinching, like, staring at you in your eyes with just, like, the hint of a smile, and it's just so, ugh.
yeah, this is why I avoid all things in the realm of horror.
Well, most of them aren't bad. Tony, you just don't sleep at night.
No, I don't sleep for weeks. It's not at night.
No. Yeah, no, you told me you saw it, and you were just like done for like what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah, like I didn't sleep for.
Oh, the remake, or
Yeah, the remake. I'm excited for part 2 though.
I'm not. I'm not watching it.
You see,
Sorry.
the only horror movie I don't like is the cheap jump scares, and the reason why is I have a very real fear I'm gonna have a heart attack from a jump scare.
Huh.
So, like, I'd rather watch, like, scary movies, just not jump scares. Like, I want the entire theme to be, like, creepy and eerie, but, like, I don't want, like, every 5 seconds something's jumping out at me. I don't need that.
my problem with jump scares is the tension that builds up before it. Right?
No, like,
you know when the jump scare is gonna come up.
Yeah.
I
Right?
feel like I definitely had, like, a very real fear as a kid of just, like, my heart's gonna stop because something's gonna scare me too much.
It's just also the, like, when you know it's gonna come, and especially since so many movies, like, telegraph really hard, like, oh shit, the character's paying so much attention to this one thing, guys. Let's look at this one
Every
thing.
Halloween movie.
It gets harder to, not that jump scares don't still, like, freak me out, but it's just, like, so many of them, it's like, eh.
I think the best part of the part that I hated the most, and it was a love-hate, was it was literally the perfect example of, like, a super toxic relationship of the guy not giving a shit and the girl, like, pretty much being a victim all the time. Where it's like, he forgot her birthday, and she's like, no, I'm sorry, 'cause I didn't remind you about my birthday. And I'm like,
Oh.
no, the guy
Yeah,
should
it's
have
fucking
just, like,
nagging.
leave the relationship.
Yeah, it's not really how that
Dumb
works,
bitch.
right? Oh man.
Like, she literally made so many excuses for him. Like, every time that, like, they got into a fight, she immediately was just like, no, I'm sorry, like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, God, shut the fuck up, the guy's a dick. He didn't tell you he was going to Sweden 2 weeks before, like, he found out. Like, he knew he was going on this trip for, like, months, and he didn't tell you he was going to Sweden until, like, his
That's
friends
so
told you
bad.
2 weeks before the trip.
It's bad.
And then he's like, oh my God, he's such a bitch. Because he'd be like, I really feel like you're just, like, attacking me right now.
Like, I came here to have
dude,
fun and
you
it's
didn't
being
tell
really
your
attacked right
girlfriend
now.
you were going to Sweden for like a month. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's like, oh, have fun in Sweden. I feel really attacked right now. It's like, what? You're going to Sweden? Like, just stop.
He literally, like, he didn't know he was going to Sweden until they went to a party together 2 weeks before he was leaving. And then his friend, who was the one who was writing the thesis, is like, oh yeah, I'm going to write my thesis about, like, this community in Sweden, and I'm bringing all my friends along. And they get back to the apartment, and she's like, why didn't you tell me you were going to Sweden? And he's like, I'm just feeling so attacked right now, and I'm like, dude, you're just a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Is that supposed to be the main character, too?
No, the victim girl is the main character.
Okay.
Which makes sense, because her whole shtick is that she's easily manipulated.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Adds up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Unlucky Malacca, as some would say.
Yeah.
I'm say I don't think. Yeah, I haven't seen any movies since I've seen King Kong. No, I keep saying King Kong. It's
Yeah,
Godzilla.
no.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh my
Jumping the
God.
gun.
That yet. Would you recommend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like monsters fighting?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
like King Ghidorah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see Mothra.
Yeah,
Where's
she
the
there?
The
Mothra?
Mothra's a good guy.
I know.
You don't
I
need
know
him.
Mothra's a good guy. I want to see Mothra.
But people don't understand it, so they can't have them there.
Yeah, no, people don't understand that, like, hey, not all monsters are bad, okay? Monsters are people, too.
Godzilla's a good or bad guy, depending on the movie.
Yeah, it depends on the movie.
And I think all the recent ones, it was like so many old ones too, right?
Yeah. So, like, also, it's perspective, too.
It's really weird, because, like, if there's another monster in the movie,
Godzilla's
the good guy.
Yeah.
If it's just
He's a
Godzilla,
bad guy.
he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, the first, like, movies of Godzilla, but I'm talking about, like, black and white movies.
Yeah.
And not just for me. For everyone. Anyways,
Was it Godzilla 2000 with the like the cockroach people, or whatever the fuck that was?
Godzilla 2000 was against, like, the, Orga monster. That, like, was, like, the alien.
Yeah.
And it tried
Yeah.
to clone itself to be Godzilla.
That got real weird.
Unfortunately, that's really all I remember from the movie. To me, I don't remember it being great.
Nope.
Oh,
For sure it wasn't.
The most recent one I remember of Godzilla being the bad guy was the 1998 one.
In New York, but that one doesn't count anyway.
I know, but truthfully, that is my favorite one.
I mean, that's
I know
what
it's
I'm
not.
thinking.
I know it's not like, I guess, what, canon. But
You're willing to have your opinion, Mark.
I like the movie.
I didn't really care for it as
That's fine.
I didn't like it as a Godzilla movie.
Oh no, I didn't even see it as a Godzilla movie. I just saw
It was called
as,
Godzilla.
I know it's called Godzilla, but like, I don't count it in the Godzilla series. Like,
No, because
the
it's
monster is
not.
completely different from the rest of the Godzillas.
It's like an iguana.
Yeah, it's literally like, hey, an
Did you not say
iguana
that?
got like
Yep.
Yeah.
radioactive from the Hiroshima bomb. Like, that's literally it.
Yeah.
Like that's the movie. Or nuclear testing, I think was it.
Yeah.
It's
it
like-
was, yeah.
I know it's called Godzilla. I don't consider it a Godzilla
No,
film.
it's an
or
okay
series.
movie on its own. Like, I thought that one has some of the most interesting people storylines. Better than
I bought a toy from it. I remember having that thing.
having what?
I had a toy from it.
Aw.
I broke it in like a week.
Aw.
And we had to return it. So I used one button way too much.
Yeah.
It was always the same button. I just kept mashing that shit and it made a sound effect and did a little stomping thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
All I
just
can
realized
think
how
about
bad-
right now.
I know I'm in the minority because I'm looking at the rating and it's like 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm like, oof, that's bad. No, I don't consider it a Godzilla
I
movie.
watch this movie.
I mean, I as a kid, I liked the movie. Just in like context, like like you're saying, it's not really a Godzilla movie, even
No,
though it's
it
called
doesn't go
Godzilla.
along with the storylines at
No,
all.
because
Like,
it just doesn't fit
Godzilla isn't
Godzilla.
humanity's protector. It's just
Sometimes.
like this is a radioactive lizard that happens to have taken up shop in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, Godzilla vs. Kong is in 2020. There
Yeah.
you go.
I
You're just calling it early.
yeah. Like the Godzilla like fan base has been talking about this movie since King Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
Because I think in like post-credit scenes of King Kong Skull Island, it like revealed that like they're all in the same universe this time around.
Mhm.
And since then, we're like, all right, so there was an old movie that was Godzilla versus King Kong, and we're like, are they gonna do it again, right? Like, we're gonna have a another King Kong versus Godzilla, right? And they're gonna do it in 2020.
Yee.
I wonder if it'll go the same way the last one did. I hope not, but we'll see.
So, I recently, I watched a movie because I saw a conspiracy theory about the movie.
What movie? What conspiracy theory?
I think it's called, if I remember, I think it's called Snowpiercer.
Okay,
Chris
I
Evans,
haven't heard of
Yeah,
it.
with Chris Evans. Yeah, Chris Evans is the main character. The theory is that it's in the same universe as Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original one.
Why?
And, like, whatever his name is, Wilford, is actually Charlie Brown. Like, that's the thought. And that a lot of his, like, people who, like, run the train. So pretty much the premise of the story is to try to combat global warming, military released a chemical called C-37 into the atmosphere, but instead of it cooling the Earth, it worked way too well and pretty much caused the next ice age. Like, think of, like, what was it called? What was the movie where, like, New York froze over? Like, we got, like, a huge ice wave and, like, people froze solid.
I think The Day After Tomorrow was it called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think of that, but in a full, like, 18-year post-apocalyptic scenario, not just a one-time only thing. Like, that's pretty much what happens.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's so cold that people, like, literally freeze solid, like, that whole thing. And as far as we know from the perspective, the only survivors are on this, like, mega train invented by this guy Wilford, which travels around the world. Like, it's literally connected to every single continent, and it's a fully enclosed ecosystem.
What about the character makes him think that it's the character from Willy Wonka?
He's an inventor. He specifically likes food a lot. But the biggest one was... So, and this is a little bit in spoiler territory, but this movie came out in, like, 2013, so it's like... people
That's
look away
at that
for
point
just, like, 5
that's
minutes
6
if you're
years
planning
ago.
on
So.
watching it.
So that's 6 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So he says specifically there's one line, and people who are like judging this guy's conspiracy theory were asking like, well, then what happened to the Oompa Loompas? And he's like, funnily enough, the lack of Oompa Loompas makes sense, and the reason why. So the engine that this train has will run forever, and he specifically said, so they abduct kids pretty much from like the rear passengers. Pretty much the further back in the train you are, the lower class you are. They take specifically kids from like 4 to 5 years old and bring them all the way to the front of the train to be a part of the machine. He doesn't say like a part broke or anything. The words he specifically uses is the reason why we have kids between this specific height is a certain part of the machine went extinct a couple years ago.
That's
So
interesting.
there's a certain area in the engine where only people of specific height will fit, and he specifically chooses the word, that part went extinct.
Could just be talking about dwarfs. They use the last one.
It's definitely out there,
It's possible.
but the guy makes some valid arguments about like how this is a real thing.
You would think that like they would have confirmed or denied it within the past like 6 years if like it was.
Oh no, it's definitely not a real theory.
Yeah.
It's
but-
definitely more of a fan theory.
Hmm.
But he makes some valid arguments about like how this all makes sense.
No, I mean like I haven't seen the movie obviously, but that seems logical enough. Doesn't seem too crazy at least. I've heard way crazier conspiracy theories.
I've heard crazier, yeah.
So
And he pretty much connected a couple of characters together. Like, there's one lady who is like insanely like devoted to Wilford, and he pretty much made a bunch of connections. And he's like, this girl was the really rich and spoiled girl, and the reason why is she almost died. And he's like, that has an effect on people. So can you think if possibly the person who took over the Willy Wonka factory next, she just had a sheer devotion for her? But one of the best arguments was there's a character who has terrible impulse control, and at one point has an obsession with eating, and he's like, going off of the timeline, this could definitely be Augustus Gloop's daughter.
fair.
It's like, what? But it's like, it kind of makes sense.
You know what's really fucked up about the first Willy Wonka movie? We actually don't
What?
have any confirmation that any of those children are alive.
No, we don't. We don't have
So
any confirmation.
I actually always have taken it as like, yeah, they're probably dead.
Oh my god.
Because there's no reason to prove that they're alive. You know?
I think one of
The one kid literally, like, turned this big, and they didn't have a way to, like, they were gonna pull him with a taffy.
they literally said they were gonna put him on the taffy stretcher and stretch him back out.
Yeah. And the, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp, I think Tim Burton, one, they do have a scene at the end of all of them walking out.
Yeah.
But if it's within the universe of the first Willy Wonka, because those two movies are the same story, but they're not the same universe. If it's the first one, yeah, we have no confirmation that any of those people lived, so
Yeah,
they could all be dead.
they could.
Feels
What was I gonna
bad.
say? Oh, so one of the most unique criminal punishments I've ever seen in the movie, or just in general, came from this movie, where a guy pretty much hit an important person, so they put a brace on his arm around the shoulder, and you see a guy like look at the map and say, it'll take about 7 minutes at this altitude. I'm like, what are they gonna do? And then they open up a hole in the side of the train and stick his arm out the hole, and like that brace pretty much seals the hole shut. And then in 7 minutes they bring it back in, and his arm is frozen solid, and they just shatter it off. I'm like, oh my god, that's a unique criminal punishment right
Yeah,
there.
unique, huh?
Yeah,
Some torture level shit there, dude.
yeah. So the good news is the guy was fine because with everything frozen off, he actually couldn't bleed to death.
He still was missing an arm.
He was still missing an arm, yeah.
I don't know what constitutes as fine.
It's definitely a very
His
weird
arm's
movie,
gone.
and it's kind of like shitty with like the morality of people, because the front of the train passengers literally like live in luxury. Like they have sushi, they have like unlimited access to like drugs and alcohol. They have like literally party cars, they have like massage cars, they have saunas. And the people in the back of the train live off of protein bars, which doesn't sound bad until like, so these protein bars aren't like our protein bars. And when you find out what they're made of, it gets really disturbing.
It's children.
No, not children. So
Adults.
they picked up in the canon of this world. You had to buy your way onto this train, and people doubted. Like they thought he was crazy, the Wilford guy who owns the train, because they're like, no, like the government's experiment is going to work, and he's like, no, it's going to freeze the Earth solid. Buy a ticket on my enclosed ecosystem train, and we'll have a good life together. And everyone thought he was crazy, but people still bought it because people are like, end of the world, yep, sign me up.
Yeah.
But when they picked up extra passengers, they didn't have a means of feeding them. So the quickest and fastest solution was take the cockroaches that infested the train, start up some colonies, and then grind down those cockroaches into protein bars.
Oh, yeah.
And feed it to the lower class people.
It's actually not that weird, because other cultures do eat bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more that the front of the train has steak.
it's the
and,
stark differences that's the issue,
It's
probably.
the stark differences, and these people are literally crowded in the very back of the place. Their head count is taken, and if they start getting overcrowded, they're pretty much systematically killed off. But that doesn't happen in the front of the train. No, the front of the train's fine. So yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah. Yes, I think the moral of the story is buy the best train ticket possible.
Buy the first class.
Yeah, I think that's really what the thing we should learn from this.
All I got from this was that it's Murder Train, and I thought of Thomas the Tank Engine.
It also has some very
face.
Why would you wear a sweater to Panama?
It's Murder Train. Murder
My
Train
God.
It
forever.
also has some very odd moments, pretty much they're in the middle of a riot killing each other, and you hear an announcement over the train of we're crossing the Great Bridge now, and so the train makes its way around the world in 365 days. So crossing over the Great Bridge is the New Year's mark, and they literally all stop fighting and say Happy New Year to each other. And once they get over the bridge, they immediately start killing each other again. But it's what? I'm like, what is this movie sometimes?
It's very odd.
Yeah, it's unique, that's for sure.
Man, I feel like the movies I watch are just so normal compared to the movies we've been talking about tonight.
A little bit.
I don't even know. So I'm trying to think of what movies have I seen recently. And it's just Godzilla.
Nice.
I'm watching that, by the way, right now, the 1998 one. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Dude, you know what's great is how much free upgrades
This
you
is very
get
much
nowadays for
graphics,
having
by the
stuff.
way.
I have a student premium Spotify, and that gives me Hulu, and I have Amazon Prime, which gives me Twitch Prime,
Yep.
and
Prime Video.
Twitch Prime gives me free shit for video games. I got League skins from Twitch Prime.
Alright, we get one more capsule in 18 days.
Yeah, I know. It's you get so much just free shit because it's oh, I bought this one service and they gave me 3 other services for free. What?
If you
And then I found out that my sister has a Netflix, and I'm like, so I have Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Netflix. We're good. I'm set.
Yeah, I have Prime, Netflix, and Crave.
if you have Prime, you get Twitch Prime for free.
I'm already subbed to you, Tony, okay?
So if you guys have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime, and you get a free subscription a month. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, but it's just good to know because I use mine on streamers all the time. So
Tony, I can't sub to you more.
thank you, Kyle. I literally you cannot.
So, you know what's funny? I remember that time when there's a bit war in your chat, Tony,
those were the good days.
Those are the good days where you pretty much
Those
got
are the
like,
D&D days of Coughlin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
you probably, I think just in bits on that day, you got like $20 or something. Because they just kept upping each other's bits.
It was probably more like $3, but yeah.
I'm being optimistic.
Yeah.
Over the course of the numerous bit wars, you probably got $20.
It'd be nice, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure bits equate to cents.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So, like, Awoken was nice enough to donate 10 bits during the stream. He's a good guy. But that's 10 cents. You know.
Tax.
So, and it's taxed, and I don't get all of it anyway, so.
There's Prime's cut of that, or Twitch's cut of that, so, like...
Yeah. But that's why, like, Kyle's subscription is very nice for a streamer. There's 3 different levels of subscriptions. Tier 1, it's split 50-50 between the Twitch and the streamer. Tier 2, I think it's 60-40. And then Tier 3, it's 70-30. So...
I got you, buddy.
No, Kyle is sugar daddy to the max.
And you get like, what, like roughly 12 Arnold Palmers a month then? Kyle? I don't know how much the tier 3 sub is.
It's like $25.
25, so whatever 70% of that is.
Yeah.
So, probably roughly 19 Arnold Palmers a month.
That's what I'm talking about. Kyle is supplying an addiction.
Let's go.
And that's what I like to hear.
I'm an enabler, Tony, okay, if anything.
Good, Kyle. Keep enabling me. Get me my drug of choice, which is Arnold Palmer's. Yeah, I said
I'm
it.
gonna buy those on a Zoom grocery so I can work tomorrow.
I love Arnold Palmer.
Oh, I can get booze and I can put it in there. Oh, the green. Make my own Arnie Palmies.
What kind of alcohol do you put in it?
Depends. You can put vodka in it or like, what are the other ones? Put rum, or I think someone else put tequila in it, but I wouldn't do that.
Oh God, no.
I think it's typically rum or vodka.
Because I really want to try that, to be completely honest. It sounds good.
Yeah, we can try doing something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious, by the way.
And I report back to Kyle immediately.
Every time I've gotten one from the golf clubs, or wherever the hell I went, I think I got them in Israel too.
I feel like I've gotten a picture every single time you've drank one.
I think so.
Yeah. I feel like that's just part of the order at this point, Kyle. It's like you order it, you take a picture and send it to me, and then you drink it.
Dude, they got rid of them at that golf club we used to go to.
No.
So, keyword that I used to go to.
Yeah,
and no
that's
longer-
it. Yep. It's like,
no longer can.
you cost you customer by not giving me my Arnold Palmy boy.
Yep.
It's like, do you have
Arnold
iced tea? Yeah.
Palmy.
Do you have lemonade? Yeah. Do you have vodka and or rum? Yeah. You can make it.
Pretty much. Like they have all of the ingredients. They just stopped doing it. I don't know why. I literally asked the waitress and I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's just like, "I know." I'm like, well, okay. Because I never ask about shit like that. I'm not usually assertive when it comes to people who handle my food, especially.
I get you. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna be very nice in case there's a chance that the spit ends up in my food.
100%.
You gotta be careful, like at like fast food chains more than anything, though. I think with that.
If they have nothing to lose,
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, even then, like if you're like got a waitress, it's nice if they come back, right?
Yeah.
They, like fill your drinks and shit like that. Really pleasant.
No, because like there's so many stories of like at like McDonald's and stuff, spit being in food or whatever,
Oh my god.
and it's like,
Why?
oh, it's just because like I don't know, it's hard because like sometimes like the customer was shitty, or the person who made the food was shitty, or both. You know, so it's like.
There's dimensions
Also,
to
this is
this
kind of
all.
scary. Makes
Yeah.
everybody's order Mary Brown's chicken taters. Got fucking tendies coming. Oh,
Oh boy, Kyle with them chicken
2 different
tendies.
kinds of potato.
Did you order them or?
Yeah, I just did.
Nice.
Good for you.
Waiter.com is OP. Or not Waiter.com. Skip the dishes. There we go.
What is it called?
Skip the dishes.
Because like the only thing that like, I know that we use what, Grubhub?
Grubhub, Uber.
Yeah, so you guys have Grubhub. We don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if any of these are like Canadian versions or like it's the same
It's
service.
essentially Grubhub. Yeah.
Because do you guys have Uber Eats?
Uber Eats, yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Is there anything else we've used? Is
DoorDash,
DoorDash
yeah.
is a thing? I don't remember.
I don't remember if that's something here or not.
I don't remember like specifically like a time where we've gotten DoorDash, but like
It exists.
yeah. I know it's because I know like we tend to like live on either Grubhub or like Uber Eats if we're gonna get something from that capacity.
Nah.
Imagine like telling people like 50 years ago that yeah, so you don't even have to you don't even have to interact with another person and get a full meal at your house delivered, and you can pay for it not in cash.
They don't even. I know, it's right. You don't have to talk to them and give it to you. Literally just thanks, and just grab it and close it.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's the.
It's great.
Perfect.
It's just like, how crazy like would they think you were if like you said that stuff, right? Like.
Yeah, it's the fucking dream.
So who's half like? I'm waiting for people to die on September 20th because of the Area 51 raid.
So, Paige was
we
just
get
talking
sick
about
aliens.
that yesterday.
Oh, it's
right?
an everyday thing
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Oh god, that's all you see on the meme boards now.
Yeah. Hey, if a group of people go and do that, I hope they have fun. And report on their findings.
Yeah.
I
hope we see what happens.
Yeah, if they all just disappear, we know what happened. Well, it's two options: government or aliens decided that they didn't want to be seen. So maybe both. Do you ever think that the government is aliens? Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Yep.
That's why.
There's a Red Post on it yesterday. Someone in the military is just like, I can't wait until the National Guard gets called in to give fucking idiots sunscreen and water. Because they didn't bring any.
So none of them are gonna be prepared.
God, no.
Yeah.
No. You don't go into this with foresight.
No.
Why? You're looking for aliens. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, like what happens if aliens attack though? Like, what are you gonna do?
The aliens will hydrate you, obviously. They can't just probe you with no lube. Wait.
Well, what if we told you, Kyle, that something might be inherently possible? Oh my god. You know, you guys ever seen the movie Looney Tunes Back in Action?
Yes.
It's Brendan Fraser.
Yes. I always, since I've seen that movie, I've always thought of Area 52.
It's
Because
also a World of Warcraft server, by the way.
Oh, is it really?
It's a sister server to the one that I played on.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And they eventually merged.
Also, by the way, that wouldn't work well because. Okay, so I actually looked this up. I'm like, why is Area 51 called Area 51? Where's areas 1 through 50? And
They don't tell you about those ones.
no, actually, so Area 51. That's not like we have like areas 1 through 50. It's that is just the like geographical plot of land. Like that entire area is owned by military. And it just so happens that the base falls in Area 51. So that means Area 52 would literally be like the next door neighbor.
That's what they won't want you to think.
exactly, because everyone goes to Area 51, and they were like, we struck out, we're just gonna go home. And Area 52, operating with all of the aliens, having themselves a good time, you know, and they're like, look, I can see the people walking up to Area 51 right now. Look how disappointed they're gonna be again. You know, that's just how it goes. and like the aliens are waving goodbye, and they're like, "Oh, look at those weird people," and they walk away. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I had on that. I like that movie. Probably horribly rated if I had to guess. But, you know, as a child, yet again, Looney Tunes and basically anything excited me. I like Looney Tunes. Yeah.
I have good memories about that movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, I liked that there was a part where the car was falling, and it's like an inch off, not like maybe a foot or two off the ground, and they yell stop. The car stops, and then the lady says, "That's not how that works," and the car crashes immediately after that. It's like, that's what you get for questioning it. Oh man.
I really like the this part. Like the one part in the movie where Brendan Fraser reunites with his dad, and they're like holding each other by the shoulders, and it's like very heartfelt. It like really stuck in my mind. So I thought it was super funny because he goes, "Dad, I think we should move." And he's like, "What? What's wrong with our house?" And he's like, "No, not house. Like right here. We should move from this spot."
Yeah.
And then, like the car crashes in through the window.
Yeah.
I forget what came through this.
Yeah, I love that too. It had so many amazing, just like little lines like that too. Like I actually, I think there was a PS2 video game of the movie. Played that as a kid. It's a fun time.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot, but I remember it was like the movie, and I remember golden monkeys.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing about the movie.
Yeah, they're in the
Right.
search of the golden monkey. Yeah. That was it. You know, that was their thing. And
Nice.
yeah.
Guru Dash is on his way with your order.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
I don't know how to say that name. Gurupsh.
it probably is for the best if you don't attempt to say his name when you.
She has so many demons.
It's probably something backwards, and yeah, it's just not going to go well, like Nathan was saying.
A white guy has only delivered my food once so far.
Is that like a service where it changes based on where you order it from? Because I think is it Grubhub? Because like the one place we always get from, it's the same person every time.
Yeah.
So like I wonder if it's like that location has like that driver, you know?
Oh, okay. So the way this works is like there's people who deliver for this like skip the dishes thing, and they will literally just go to places that don't normally deliver and get to pick up your food for you and then bring it to you,
Oh, gross.
like Wendy's or McDonald's or something, or anything you want. Really. Like I can go to like a steakhouse. But like if the restaurant already has its own delivery, then it does it that way. Then it just goes through them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it's just nice because it like consolidates everything, right?
Yeah. No, that seems like a very nice way to do that. Yeah. I agree.
My God's
agree.
is bad. Oh, hey. Godzilla going ham though.
So like
Just dumping on bitches.
they, Carl, you've seen that movie before, right?
This movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's from
I saw when it came
1998,
out.
so I didn't really want to talk about like something that happens towards the end of it. If you're like, this is the first time I'm seeing it, I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I watched this when it came out.
Oh yeah, you literally said you had a toy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah. My bad, Kai. I remember. I always think it's interesting when a movie like leaves itself open for a sequel and the sequel never comes.
Yeah.
So that was just one of those movies.
Swing and miss.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, I guess no one funded this. Well.
Yeah, it's always sad when you're expecting a sequel too.
Yeah.
You're like, aw, why?
Yes, like, so apparently there's like 4 more Avatar movies, not Last Airbender, like the weird looking
Oh,
people.
Smurfcats?
Smurf cats?
Why no one ever says James Cameron. They're always like Avatar, not the Airbender one.
Yeah, you're right. I should say James Cameron, but I always just like every time I say Avatar, everyone's like, "The Last Airbender," and I'm like, "No, I meant the really successful movie."
Yeah. No, I asked.
Yeah, the
anime
one
or-
with the good movie.
It's either anime or Smurfcats.
No, the one where they fuck trees.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
Wait,
Yeah.
do they do that in both of them?
No, what? No.
No,
I mean, there's some weird people in the Last Airbender universe.
Just the blue people one.
Like, oxygen comes from trees, right? And then the airbenders use
What are you doing?
air, so they might like trees a little
I
bit.
mean, there were those swamp.
back.
They might have fucked trees.
Yeah, there were the swamp people.
Yeah.
See?
Also, weren't they also like cannibals?
I think so.
Unless you're also a waterbender, and then they're like, oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, they ate
Yes.
other people. So, see,
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that
my
worked.
theory wasn't weird. The show
No, they
itself
were
is
defending
weird.
the forest. That's all it was.
See, if the show was normal, it wouldn't subject itself to weird theories.
You kind of got it there.
Apparently this dude's gonna be here soon, so I'm gonna go smoke. Wait for him.
Aw, that's adorable,
Okay.
Kyle.
Get your tendies.
Get them chicken tendies, Kyle!
10D time.
And 2 different kinds of potato. I'm excited. Okay.
Yo, get it, Kyle!
They're back.
Alright. See, this is almost the most exciting thing going on right now. It's just like I'm waiting to see how good his chicken tendies are. Like, I'm excited for him. You know?
No, I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what they're gonna be like? Like, did he get a sauce with it? You know? Like, if he did, what kind of sauce? Like, you could do so many sauces with chicken tendies. So many. You do, like, ketchup, you could do a honey mustard, you could do a normal mustard, you could do a barbecue sauce. Like, there's really, like, a lot you can do. Yeah. And all these answers will be answered by the time Kyle returns, which, you know, he's going for a smoke, which, I just remembered that him and Jordan, I haven't spoken to Jordan in a while again now, but, they both, inhale cigarettes so fast. Like, like, Jordan would go for a smoke break and be back in 2 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Oh no. They treat it like a straw.
Yeah, I don't know, you know,
Speaking from past experience, it took me like 5 to 7 to get through a cigarette.
and when I say he was back in 2 minutes, I mean, like, he was probably smoking the cigarette for 30 seconds, right? Because,
Yeah,
like,
probably.
he had to walk all the way outside. He had to light the cigarette. He had to walk back inside and sit down in his computer, and sometimes he'd come back with a drink or something. So it's like, what? How? What kind of superpower is this? It's one of the hottest superpowers I've ever heard. You just can smoke cigarettes really fast. It's not really even useful.
That's probably a terrible superpower.
Yeah. Like, it's just not fun. It's like, oh, yeah, you bought this thing you like? Well, you, unfortunately, inhale it in one take. So.
Yeah, it'll also slowly kill you.
Yeah. If you can inhale it faster, does it kill you faster? Probably, right?
No, but you probably go through them more.
Yeah. I just like to think that it's sped up. Because, like, it broke out hives a little bit.
Oh. Sorry.
This is a normal thing for me now, though, so.
I was about to say, like, would it be from the food? Or...
No, I doubt it. I think it's because of, like, how warm it is out today.
Yeah.
My body, doesn't like being alive, it seems, sometimes. I was gonna say it doesn't like the weather, but then,
Don't put it like that.
you know, we body doesn't allow me to see colors, eat gluten, dairy products either. What else isn't? Oh, I break out in hives.
Yeah, there's that.
This, you know, I'm sure there's other things.
Your immune system's just a dick.
Yeah. It just wants to turn off.
Deserve it.
My immune.
Tony's too nice.
Aw. My immune system's just straight like, can we just turn off now? Like, can we just go off for a while? It's like, excuse me, I kind of need you guys. It's like, yeah, but like,
Please.
but we don't really like do much anyway. I'm like, I know, but like, but like the little you still do, I kind of need.
No. You see what happens is it tires itself out from your allergies, and then it's like, nah, I need a day off. It's like a cop arresting people for jaywalking 24/7 and then taking a holiday.
Yeah. No.
Smart.
That's literally what allergies are. It's your body overreacting to something. It's like, this is dangerous. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's really not.
Yeah, you're right though. So Kyle, the chicken tendies.
Chicken tendies.
I'm just as, no, I'm not as excited as Kyle, but I'm decently excited to see how good these chicken tendies are.
I'm about to try one.
It's my closest thing I can do to a drum roll right now.
That doesn't sound like a drum roll. I'd suggest you stop.
TOS.
Fuck you.
They're a little bit better than the fillets from KFC. I don't know. I don't say it. It's pretty good though.
Oh my god, KFC, you just reminded me I had Cheeto chicken sandwich from KFC the other day. Oh, good lord, it was amazing.
I was gonna say, is it good or is it horrible?
It sounds gross. You pull it out of the box, you're like, am I really about to eat this? You eat it. Oh, it's so good.
It sounds like KFC in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's most things they do. Like, I saw the commercial for it, and it's Chester the Cheetah dressed up as Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's happening right now?
Oh, but it's so delicious.
I haven't had KFC in so long. That's it.
I mean, you can get KFC.
We'll try to figure it out, Tony.
Well, no, like, it would be a type of thing where you get KFC and I just get stuff from somewhere else. Because there's, like, nothing to eat at KFC for me.
Poutine.
If you can't have
We
fried
don't
chicken,
have
how
that,
do you
Kyle? Plus, doesn't have
Chicken
cheese
bowl.
on it anyway?
Correct.
And it's gravy. Gravy has, like, for the most part, always has wheat in it.
Yep.
So I can't eat that either.
You can have the tendies.
That has
No,
bread
gluten.
and on it, Kyle. Kyle, this.
Fuck Tony.
That's why I said I can't eat anything from there. I've looked.
No. You can have the macaroni. No, that's dairy.
Macaroni is dairy and gluten, Kyle.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes have dairy in them.
You know what? I'm sorry.
If they, no, I was gonna say corn, but they probably put butter in that shit too.
Yeah.
So like,
100%. Yeah.
Alright, we'll make a mock-up here. We'll figure it out.
no, it's not something that I even care about. That's why I'm like, if you want KFC, you can get KFC, and we'll look what else is around that area,
I mean,
and we'll just bring stuff like
it's
back
not
here.
KFC, it's all about that fried chicken, though.
Yeah, let's get you some nice fried chicken.
Now we gotta make it.
Alright, we'll make some fried chicken.
I don't even get the fried chicken from there. I literally get like the sandwich, popcorn chicken, mac salad, chicken bowl. Yeah.
When I could eat there,
Done.
when I was a lot younger now, I would get like the chicken little sandwiches. I don't even know if they still do those.
Aww.
No snackers?
Yeah, they're like little snackers. It's like they have pickles on them.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a fried chicken, and they got some nice little pickles on them, and little sandwiches like this big.
Aww.
A little bit, little babies. You get like 2 of them. You have yourself a good old
Hi.
time with the little chicken sandwiches.
Man, dude, it's so weird. Like, in like, I don't know, like fucking 6 weeks, I'm gonna be off of college.
Yeah, that is really fast.
Yeah. But you can't. I mean, one, Rutgers screwed me, so I was kind of in a panic for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And my life's just been hectic anyway. But yeah, no, things going better.
When is your move-in date?
That I actually don't know. I know classes start on the 3rd.
Okay.
I think the move-in date might be the 1st. I'm uncertain though.
Yeah.
That's something I should look
Yeah,
up.
definitely. Yeah, it's since like not being in school anymore, like even the summers, it's just hot weather now. Like that's, it's just like it's not anything special.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
it's like working. It's just like oh, it's warm out. I prefer it when it's a little less warm out. Could we? Only a few more months.
The weird thing is they don't have it easily posted for the move-in day, so I don't really know.
Did they like assign you an advisor or anyone?
I mean, they did, but oh no, it looks like occupancy dates is August 26th. So the very end of August, I'm gone.
Oh man.
So, yeah, pretty much I need to wait for them to give me roommates. I could search out roommates, which is something cool that I've never done before. Like, pretty much they give you, like, a checklist of, like, 15 things, and you can, that's multiple choice on, like, like, oh, when's your sleeping hours? Like, are you going to party? Like, stuff like that. And, you can filter roommates by their answers.
That's really nice.
And you can reach out to them.
Leave me alone forever. Okay.
I'm kind of just, I'll let them figure it out. I don't know how to reach out to people that want to talk to someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Plus,
And also,
if you
like,
don't know anyone that's currently there, it'd be hard to
I
like.
don't know anyone who's currently there, so I literally just said like 60% nerd, 40% social.
Yeah.
They said like describe yourself in like one sentence. That's what I put. I'm like 60% nerd, 40% social.
Yeah. No, it's most of us.
Yeah. So I'm like, we'll see how that goes.
More of an 80-20.
Of nerd to social or social to nerd.
Yeah, nerd social.
Yeah.
It's also like I'm going to be like up there, right by New York City. I'm like I kind of want to like probably go out occasionally, like hop on a train, go to a New York City bar or club or something.
Yeah, have yourself a good time.
Have myself a bit of a college life. That's because I'm going to be. I mean I am over 21, so
Yeah. My God, Mark is gonna be the go-to of every freshman. Be like, can you buy me alcohol?
So they said that they're gonna try to put transfers with transfers so that you're all roughly in the same like grade. So like I should be with other juniors, but they're like if that doesn't always work, and sometimes like freshmen get mixed into the mix, and I'm like, oh man, fuck me if I get put with 3 18-year-olds. Like god damn.
It's immediately like I'm never leaving this room.
Or if I'm leaving this room, it's not with any of you three.
Yeah, because I thought you said like you had like the like a shared area and like you have your own bedroom.
It's like
sort of
4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And then a shared like living room and bathroom.
Yeah, so you just like it's like I don't need a living room or the bathroom. I can just live in this
Dude,
room.
I'm already just going to
I'm gonna get a bucket.
bring a TV and keep it in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I just like hook up all my video games there. And it's like, you guys do your own thing. I'm staying in my room.
That's probably what I would do, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like, if I vaguely knew the people, I'd be like, yeah, I'm still gonna just meet. If you need me, knock. And if I don't answer and I'm in here, just know that I just didn't feel like talking to you.
I just don't feel like getting up and talking to people right now, so like, leave it at that. My schedule was a bit odd because I didn't really choose my schedule, and the advisor didn't ask me for an opinion on like when I wanted classes.
That's what happened when I transferred to Monmouth.
Yeah, they're literally just like, okay, you need these classes. Okay, the schedule works. Here you go.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
happened to me too.
what? Yeah. So like I've got weird schedules where like I only have one class on Monday and Thursday, and I have three classes on Tuesday, and one on Friday. So I have Wednesdays off, and then Monday, Friday, and Thursday I only have one class. And then Tuesday is just like, here's all your classes on one day.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh great.
Yeah.
The good news is that means like I have a lot of classes on one day, and then I have Wednesday to do all the homework.
Nice.
Yeah. That's also it's weird to not be coming back from school right before Christmas, because I get off on the 17th apparently.
Nice. What?
So it's like it's weird how like
Super early.
Brookdale was like the 23rd
Yeah.
was the last day of classes, so you'd have a final on the 23rd. Wake up the next day, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's gonna be interesting, yeah.
Getting
I know, I'm
home in decent
excited.
time.
I'm like literally like right across the bridge from Manhattan, so
Oh wow, you're super close to the city then.
dude, I'm like a 15-minute train ride from the city. Like they'll stop in Manhattan, and I could like get into the city the next stop. So like I'm super close to the city.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, maybe I can go to New York Comic Con this year, and then I look and oh my god, I didn't realize how easy it was to like go to Anime Next. I mean, I had to pay for like housing at Anime Next, but dude, just like the 4-day pass Comic Con is like 190.
Jeez.
I'm like, what the hell?
Oh man.
I was expecting it to be like 100.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting it to be more expensive than Anime Next for a weekend pass. But like that's not cool. Why do people go to Comic Con? It's like way too much money.
Yeah. I mean, like, if that's like your thing though, like that might be like the one. If that like is your like big expense in a year, I guess that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Because $190 4 days, what's like $50 a day? So like, doesn't break down to like if that was your vacation, like and you took a vacation a year, that's actually not super bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's insane though. Still,
Yeah.
like for one con. I don't know.
I feel, and it's just so much bigger too, though. Like,
Yeah.
than like what we've been to.
I'm also like, I could, if people like text me like, hey, like I'm going to New York this weekend, it's like, yeah, just let me know when you're in the city. I'll be there like 10 minutes after you.
It's like I can literally be there in like 10 minutes. Give me 10.
Yeah, like I just need to walk over to the train station, grab the next train in. That's it.
Oh man. Sounds like a good time. Alright, well, I think this is where I'm going to end tonight's episode. We
Alright.
we had a solid episode, I'd say. We
Like Godzilla's staring at the dude right now, and the guy's taking a picture of it.
Aw. Rate your chicken tendies, Kyle. That's what I want to end on. Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
They're a solid 7.
Okay. Could be worse.
Yeah, a little lower than I thought.
Maybe
Yeah.
7.5.
What about the dual potatoes?
Potatoes are very good.
Okay, that's all right. I just want to leave on something good like that, you
Not
know?
even rated, just
No, good.
No,
They're
very
very good. Okay. All right, perfect.
I mean, it's literally just like fried wedges kind of thing. So
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
it's a real potato. I don't know what to say. It's good.
sounds like a good time. All right, so this has been episode 288 of Background Noise. We had ourselves a good episode, I'd say. And this is the episode. Bye.
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 Bye again.